Hello there, my name's Jake, and we are looking at the very first web page that I created as a student at TripleTen, and I'm going to go into a little bit of detail on the capabilities of the site and even more about the code that it took to create it and to make this work. So originally we started out just with the basic HTML layout, so that's our header, footer, our body here and our profile information section, including our picture here and our add card button. And so that they didn't even do anything at first, I don't think. And then we added in some more advanced CSS, where we could create our own modals, so or our pop-ups, so something like this, just getting into all of the details to make this correct, our margins, or how big the letters are, how big the lines are, as far as what's the input here, and eventually input the error lines as well. So you'll see that, say I should put in this, you'll see please use at least two characters, stuff like that. So that's our form validation in work. And one of the latest things that we incorporated, I'll show you. So this needs to be a URL to show you that. So this will create a new card here, and you'll see when I click this, when it's saving, it will say saving. Before it would just say save. It was saving as well. So this is another basic CSS animation. So just when that opacity goes down, when we hover over this button, as you can see with these up here as well, with the buttons on the original page. So as you can see, the saving went up. We have our new Chicago card. It has a functioning delete button, a functioning like button. We can use that. And I'll show you how we change this information as well. So I'll put in my info, save that. So when I change these, they will be the same when we reset the page. So show you now, reload, all that's just the same. So it doesn't go back to the default of what it was. So another thing that we had to painstakingly create or make work is if we close this or make this window a little smaller. So say we go down to as small as what would be on your mobile phone. This all is centered. Everything looks the way it should. It doesn't look messy, or things aren't showing up at all, or aren't showing up correctly or in the right space. So we have all of that taken care of, and that's also a lot of CSS. So when the window is under a certain pixel number, it will have certain parameters. So that's more or less it as far as what the page actually does. So I'll take a look at the code here in our inspect unit here. So we have our HTML, like I said, we have our footer, our main, go into our sections, our card section there, and these are the server responding to us and showing us what we have saved in our page. Then I can show you our main JavaScript page here. So this is going to show all the functions that we need to make these things work. So just getting the card data, making sure that that is all correct, making sure the section loads the cards, um, the edit button and stuff like that. So we have event listeners and things that are looking for our click. One more thing actually. So when we click on these cards, also a preview comes up so we can see the full picture. We see its title down here, and another event listener, so I can click over here instead of clicking the X. Here's another modal, so it has an "Are you sure?" as far as deleting your card, because when you delete that card now, when you reload the page, it's not going to be there. So I would see that one. It's a little different. It's deleting as we delete. So this is all nice and crisp. Let's go back to our debugger. I'll show you a little bit more. So we have our APIs here. So this is, getting our user info, getting our cards, saving the user info. These all need APIs. So making sure that it's all saved to the server, and perform validator. So this is the things that adhere to the forms, make sure that they have the correct parameters within them. So like I said, if we put in the picture, it's going to need a URL. So that's the little red text that we see, things of that nature. So are some different capabilities of our pop-ups, so making sure how they open and close, how they, so they handle that, click away, or I can also do escape, pressing the escape button. That will work to close them as well. So this is all stuff that we had to incorporate into the page. But that's pretty much it. That's all the important stuff. So if you have any questions, please send them or comment or send them to my personal LinkedIn page or any of my other social links that I will add to the page. Thank you.